Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Monday, July 3rd, 2017. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Charlestown Primary School held its graduation ceremony last Thursday, June 29th, at the Charlestown Methodist Church. A total of 42 students graduated at the ceremony, which had as its theme, Committed to Excellence. Featured speaker for the afternoon's event was Chris Liebert, a former student of the school.
You must always remember to show appreciation for the people who helped you along your journey. You may not be able to buy mommy a multi-million-dollar mansion like Rihanna did in 2012, but you can afford to become frequent users of these two simple words. Thank you. Our children are a reflection of who we are as a people today. The behaviors and attitudes of our children are a direct result of the values or lack thereof that we promote as a society. American businessman Charles F. Kettering once said, and I quote, "Every father should remember that one day his son will remember his example instead of his advice."
Valedictorian of the graduating class of 2017 was Chevanet Brandt.
Our teachers insisted that we concentrate on our work and never held back to tell us what's right from wrong. Just when we thought that grade 4 was tough, here came grade 5. Homework, tests, and assignments often seemed closer to us than our parents. We often felt that there was no end in sight from all the work. Teachers Cassandra Powell, Wangeshi Powell, and Jacqueline Bartlett did not let up, but we survived. Often when the class was being mischievous, the teachers would give us that stern look. Wow, grade 6, here we come. Schoolwork, homework, studying, mock tests, after-school classes, Christmas classes, Easter classes, and test of standard all paid off.
Chairperson of the event was parent of the school, Shelley Liebert. The principal's report was read by principal of the school, Latoya Jeffers. The official start of the Nevis Mango and Food Festival is just a couple days away. A team from the Department of Information visited Chief Executive Officer of the Nevis Tourism Authority, Greg Phillip, at his office earlier today, who said this year's festival will have a few additions.
So this year we have a mango tasting. This happens at the Division Chef's Mango Feast, which is really the centerpiece of the event of the Mango and Food Festival. This happens over at Orly, but during the Division Chef's Mango Feast, the afternoon of July 9th, we actually have a mango tasting where we have different varieties of mangoes for people to sit down, and really those people who register for it can sit down and actually taste the different types of mangoes and have somebody there who is explaining them, just the same way as you're tasting wine. You have the opportunity to taste and discuss and talk about all the different things that are unique to the taste of this specific wine, the history behind it. We're doing the same with mangoes this year.
Philip also spoke about the uniqueness of the festival.
The festival in itself is extremely unique because it provides a challenge for any chef who's cooking at the festival, that every single thing that they cook must include Nevis mangoes. And what that means, especially for the international chefs, is that every meal that they cook is a new creation. It's a new recipe, a new creation, so that makes it special for them as a challenge. And for us who will be eating the food, it's also special because ultimately it comes down to it being a new culinary dining experience for us. And that to me is what really and truly makes Nevis Mango and Food Festival solid as a food festival, as a unique food festival anywhere in this world. There's a lot of other mango and food festivals across the globe. I mean, we've checked most of them to see what they're doing, and believe me, there's none that is just like the one here in Nevis.
Pre-celebration begins this evening at the Nisbet Plantation Beach Club, where they would be hosting their mango dinner. On Wednesday, the Hermitage and Montpelier Plantation Inn, as well as the Golden Rock Plantation Inn, will be hosting their mango-themed dinner as part of the Mango Festival. The Nevis Mango and Food Festival 2017 is a weekend of culinary enjoyment celebrating the mango and culinary excellence. 4 bills will be introduced by Minister of Finance in the Nevis Island Administration NIA, Honorable Vance Amory, when the Nevis Island Assembly sits in chambers at Hamilton House from 10 a.m. on July 6, 2017. The order paper dated June 29, 2017, circulated by Clerk of the Assembly, Myra Williams, states that Mr. Amory will seek to have the first reading for the 1 Nevis International Exempt Trust Ordinance 2016, 2 Nevis Business Corporation Ordinance 2017, 3 Nevis Limited Liability Company Ordinance 2017, and 4 Nevis Supplementary Appropriation 2016 Ordinance 2017. He will also move the second and third reading for the second, third, and fourth bills. The Nevis Supplementary Appropriation 2016 Ordinance 2017 will sanction further payment from the Nevis Island Consolidated Fund in excess of the amounts placed on the estimates for the year ending December 31st, 2016. The Nevis Limited Liability Company Ordinance 2017 will repeal and replace the Nevis Limited Liability Company Ordinance CAP and number 04N as amended. It will provide for the formation of limited liability companies on Nevis and provide for associated matters incidental or consequential. The Nevis Business Corporation Ordinance 2017 will repeal and replace the Nevis Business Corporation Ordinance CAP 7.01N as amended. It will provide for the establishment of international business corporations on Nevis and provide for associated matters incidental or consequential. The Nevis International Exempt Trust Ordinance 2017 will repeal and replace the Nevis International Exempt Trust Ordinance 2016. It will make provisions for the law relating to international trusts and for associated incidental matters. The sitting will commence with the formal entry of the Assembly's President, Honorable Farrell Smithen. It will be followed by prayers, a motion for the approval of the order paper as circulated, messages from the Governor General, announcement by the President, papers to be laid, statements by ministers and debated. The sit-in will be broadcast live on Nevis Television Channel 99, www.nevistvonline.com, and our Facebook page, Nevis Television NTV8. Still to come, summer safety program begins. The details when we return.
Dancing and whining and fretting till the morning.
Drinking, masquerading, live music always playing.
Islands of blue seas where people always smiling.
Street jams and bandstands where people will be jamming. Don't you miss this time, no. Our festival, our legacy. Don't you miss this time, no. The Caribbean's greatest summer lion. Don't you miss this time, no. Our festival, our legacy. Don't you miss this time, no. The Caribbean's greatest summer lion.
Welcome back. The St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services held the opening ceremony for its annual fire safety program earlier today at the Jessop's Community Center. We'll have more in this report.
The ceremony was held under the theme 15 Years of Cultivating a Culture of Safety. The 5-day program began today and will cover areas in fire safety, water safety, traffic safety, disaster preparedness with the inclusion of 2 new areas in crime and violence and environmental health. Deputy Fire Officer at the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Service, Abdia Samuel, outlined the purpose of hosting the program.
For 15 years, the fire department has been dedicated, persistent and consistent in carrying out this program, in educating children. And you know what the end result has been? That we have had a reduction in house fires and fires in generally, and emergencies that involves children. So the program has been impacting to the children.
Samuel stated that the program is an avenue to prepare the participants for the future and encourage them to help in the fight against crime. Also present at the opening ceremony was Assistant Secretary at the Premier's Ministry, M. Angela Scarborough, who commended the department for their continued contribution for educating the children on safety and encouraged the students to share the information gained during the program.
On behalf of the ministry, we'd like to say we are very, very happy and very grateful to the fire department for continuing for the past 15 years this program that was originally spearheaded by Mrs. Natalie Four at that time. I understand as well that not just the fire, the incidence of accidents involving fire has been reduced, but also the incidences of crank phone calls to the emergency hotline. So, listen to everything that they're going to be telling you. Learn everything that you can while you're having lots of fun. And then when you are finished, you go home, you're going to tell your mother and your father, your sisters and your brothers, you're going to tell everybody about what you learned to help keep yourself safe.
The 5-day program will conclude on Friday, 7th July 2017. I am Vanessa Phillip reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Thanks, Vanessa. The bill, shortly entitled the St. Christopher and Nevis Accreditation Bill 2017, was passed during a sitting of National Assembly on June 28th. The bill speaks to the establishment of an accreditation board to give that board power to accredit post-secondary institutions and tertiary programs of study in St. Christopher and Nevis and elsewhere, to accredit qualifications offered in St. Christopher and Nevis, to provide for the process and mechanism of accrediting post-secondary and tertiary institutions and programs of study, and to provide for other related matters. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Sean Richards, stated during his presentation on the bill that there is legislation in place governing the accreditation process. Further, the legislation states that no institution shall operate in St. Christopher and Nevis unless it is accredited by the Accreditation Board in accordance with the provisions of this Act. The minister noted that the bill simply was to build on what was currently in place and that it was nothing controversial. He added that the bill also speaks to the online education. Minister Richards said that persons should not be under the impression that the campus and offices are overseas and they can still receive accreditation from the St. Kitts and Nevis Accreditation Board. He explained that this was not the case and that persons need to be physically in the federation. The bill also speaks to the National Qualification Framework. The minister said that persons on the Skills Training Empowerment Program, STEP, would now be able to get a certification. Persons in the training programs being provided by STEP will also benefit from the passing of the bill. The government, through the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, acquired $20 million for the Technical and Vocational Education and Training TVET program, said the minister, adding that persons who decide to enroll in any of those TVET programs, the bill ensures that there is quality assurance. Minister Richards said that the government is, through the bill, looking after the interest of all of the people within the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And that brings us to the end of this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.